Third time's a charm. I talked too long the last time, so this is going to be the quicker one. I'm sorry. I will not bore you with my tedious details of my trip. I will just say I had a fabulous time. My 10 days abroad in England was a thrill of a lifetime to spend time with Steve and Eddie and Varda and Abby. Not necessarily in that order. But Saturday night I had dinner with Steve and Eddie and Varda, who and all just the loveliest people. And we made some silly videos, and then the next day we got together again and we went to London and we met Abby, and that was a real treat. And it was good to see Steve and Abby get to meet for the first time and see how they interacted. It was wonderful. I feel good knowing that they have each other as family, and Abby's quite a special woman. But anyway, if you don't know Punk Rock Princess, check her out. She's a very special person. Anyway, I will be going back because they're going to have their guest room finished, and their home is lovely. They have a beautiful garden, and they'll have their guest room finished, and I'm sure I'll be going back now that I know how to get into London all by myself. Walk to the train a mile each way, get on the train, and go into town. And I know all the stations, and I kind of, I just kind of know the layout now, so I'm more confident about traveling on my own. So in the future, I'll go back. Okay, having said that, I had a lovely holiday. I told myself I could eat whatever I wanted on my holiday, even though I was very anxious beforehand about getting out of control with my food choices and my habits. You don't do this to have those habits just fly out the window, and I worry enough about post-honeymoon things. So I knew I was going to let myself eat some things and not say no if I really wanted to try something. And so I didn't. And I had scones, and I had clotted cream, which is just, oh, it was so good. Strawberry preserved. Not too many. I mean, not too often, and just a little. I mean, like maybe a scone, maybe part of a scone, or I'd share it with my husband. That was a thrill. I had something called sticky toffee pudding that was, divine. Very rich. I threw that up properly after I ate that with some steamed mussels in a pub in Oxford, near Oxford University. That was quite exciting too, all the way home in the car, puking into a gift bag that I'd gotten from another place we'd stopped that day. But it taught me another valuable lesson. What else did I eat that I wanted to eat so much? Oh, fish and chips, but really the fish was just beautiful, and to eat one little piece of lightly fried fish was just, and I got a child's portion. It was fabulous, and then I ate a couple of chips, and just a couple of bites of chips. It was fine. I also had this wonderful dessert called lemon posset. Oh, so good, like a panna cotta or a creamy mousse, but lemony, very lemony and tart. Like kind of if you could take lemon chess pie and make it into a custard form. Ooh, it was so good. But I found out how many calories, fat calories, grams was in there, and I was going to make some this week, but I decided against it. I will not be making it ever. I'm going to work on a light version and see if my experiments prove good. So, let's see, that's my food thing. And then a lot of times when we went out to eat, I chose to have soup because there was always soup on the starter menu, and it came with a piece of bread. I thought, you know what's a little piece of baguette if that's my dinner with a bowl of soup? And the soups were wonderful. I had some parsnip and carrot soup. Oh boy, that was delicious. Did that, and I decided when I came home that I wouldn't weigh myself for 2 weeks. That I would give myself time to get back into the swing of everything. Although I don't feel like I gained any weight when I was there. One outfit I took that I wore the day I flew out was a pair of 10 capris that were very comfortable. And when I wore them the day before I left or 2 days before I left, they felt a little different on my butt. So I decided maybe I've gained some weight, and that upset me. So anyway, I decided I wouldn't weigh for 2 weeks. Everything else fits great. They were all size 12s. They fit great. No sweat. So I did that. Okay, and then I've come home and been busy getting groceries together. But I wanted to tell you I went to the thrift store today, my favorite thrift store. Oh, and speaking of thrift stores, when we were in the Cotswolds, which was the most charming place in the world, beautiful countryside, cobblestones, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds year old houses, like from the 1500s, 1700s, 1600s, whatever, thatched roofs. Everybody has a garden in their yard. I don't care if the yard's the size of a postage stamp. The place is overflowing with blooming flowers. It was beautiful. It was a little chilly. I had to buy a sweater, but it was beautiful. But we found a little yard sale going on in one of the towns called Morton on Marsh. Oh, so beautiful. And the liberal Democrats were having a yard sale in front of a church. So I walked up and they had the sale cut for 50 cents or 50p, which means 75 cents. And I was happy because old English china or little bits of this and that, I love stuff like that. And this means more to me for 50 cents than anything else I could have bought because it reminds me of that very day and how much fun it was. Okay, having said that, let me back up and say that I have a boatload of pictures. I have a Nikon camera that I got about 2 years ago, and it's part of my arm. I don't go anywhere unless I got the Nikon going. And I love to take pictures, close-ups, whatever. So I took a lot of pictures. And I will be posting them to my Shutterfly account, which if you go to my main page, which you might even be on, if you look down at my info stuff, Life in the Lens, Shutterfly.com is a live link, and you can click on that and you can go to my page and see any pictures I've taken for any reason for the last few years since I got the camera. I have a friend's 50th birthday where he jumped out of a plane. I have a friend's PhD party, surprise party. I have those same friends when we went to Puerto Vallarta last summer with them, that kind of stuff. So other friends' grandchild's birthday party. There's all kinds of pictures on there. Okay, and having said that, feel free to go. I'm going to upload a bunch, and I do have the ones of Steve and Abby on there and Eddie and Varda on there already. Okay, now, went to the thrift store. Just was going to look for another pair of size 10 Levi jeans because the 12s are really comfortable, and I actually don't wear them too much anymore. I had one size 10 I had bought as a fluke, as an incentive thing, and now I've gotten used to wearing them that they feel normative on me now. The 12s feel a little loosey-goosey, and these feel normal, which surprises me to no end. So today I went in to get a second pair. Luckily, they had a second pair. Size 10, Levi, I don't remember what style they were this time. Short, which means I don't have to get them cut off or anything. So that was exciting, and they have a lot of Lycra in them. They're almost too stretchy, but that's okay. They were super comfortable. I said, why not buy them? So I have two pairs of jeans now, and I bought a pair of shorts, jean shorts, which come almost to my knees, thank God. But if I need them one day to walk on the beach, I figured better that than getting wet capris. So anyway, I decided I would go back. I'd picked up a pair of jeans I liked, and the tag said 10, meaning the store had put a 10 on it. And then I looked inside to see whether they were short or long or whatever, and it was a size 8, so I put them back on the rack. Well, after I tried on the 10s and the shorts, I said, I'm going to go get those 8s off the rack and try them on, just to try them on. Not for any other reason, but try them. Tried them on, zipped them up, buttoned them. They fit. They fit very skin-like, which is not my preferred choice of fit for clothing. When you've worn baggy clothes your whole life, it's hard to get used to the fitting thing. But I wanted you to know that I could wear a size 8 jean in that Levi that did not have that much stretch. And I did not buy them. Another big milestone. I didn't need to buy them to prove anything to anyone or to myself, but knowing that I can wear them and may at some point in the future need to go buy a pair of 8 jeans was more than enough to be very thrilling for me. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to say hey, glad to be back. We'll report weekly on whatever's going on in my life. I'm going to be kind of lonely the next month. My husband's going to travel for 3 to 4 weeks starting Monday. So you'll be seeing plenty of me. I'll need someone to talk to. See you guys later. Cheerio, pip pip, and all that good rot. Bye, guys.